It is Champions Day, as we mentioned, out at Churchill Downs, shining a spotlight on the rich history of the Kentucky Derby and especially thoroughbred racing. This year, we're celebrating Kentucky champions across the board. So let's go ahead and head on out to Churchill Downs. Our own Connor Steffen is out there in the paddock. Connor, it looks gorgeous behind you, but I know for a fact it's pretty warm out there. What are the crowds looking like today?
Jim, we're sweating a little bit. It's not too bad. As for the crowds, sort of just picking up now as we're getting here. I got here around 10 o'clock. There weren't too many people here. You're looking at 2 hours later, a hefty crowd so far sort of circling around the paddock. Really just an amazing view now. We've been talking about the $200 million renovated paddock for about a week now. Again, our photojournalist Emma Gefter showing you one last time the amazing renovations made to this part of the historic Churchill Downs. And history is all about what the heart of the conversation is today. We're talking about the rich history of thoroughbred racing. We're also talking about the history of other Kentucky champions. That is what makes this Champions Day a little bit different than previous years, as they're celebrating all types of sports. That's why they made an announcement during the Kentucky Sports Hall of Fame press conference earlier today, where they're announcing new nominees for the Kentucky Sports Hall of Fame. There's also an exclusive photo opportunity with the PGA Championship trophy. So you see there's sort of a bunch of different sports getting involved in this great day we have so far. Like you mentioned, the weather really, really nice today. And another thing we want to mention, they're trying to beat attendance records so far for opening night, as well as yesterday during 5-0 Tuesday, they beat attendance records. Stick around, we'll see how they do so far today. But for now, we're live at Churchill Downs. Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
Connor keeping us updated on some of those numbers for attendance today. Of course, we'll get more from him throughout the day, but we have so much on tap for you this Derby week. It really kicks off on Friday. Check out the WHAS 11 special live coverage of the 150th running of the Kentucky Oaks. That is set to begin at 3 o'clock. And then on Saturday morning, Derby Day, we have a full lineup for you. Beginning at 6 a.m., it is our special, The Greatest 2 Minutes, followed by WHAS 11 live from the Derby Museum at 7. And that will be followed by a special edition of Great Day Live at 10 o'clock in the morning.